They were warned not to adopt this sad dog, but they didn't listen. What happened next will shock you. All over the world, there are thousands of dogs that sadly end up in animal shelters each year. These dogs sit and wait patiently for their new forever families to find and adopt them. However, not every pup gets that second chance, and it becomes even harder to find a new home when even the staff of the shelter are warning off potential adopters, as this one dog found out for himself. During lockdown, lots of people were looking to adopt new pets, such as cats and dogs, to keep them company in their homes. Jessica Williams and her boyfriend Jared were one such couple. They had recently moved into a new apartment together, and seeing as they were both animal lovers, they had decided to adopt a dog of their own. Both Jessica and Jared had grown up with adorable, loving pooches when they were just children. The two could each remember how much their respective pets had loved them, and they both knew that their home was incomplete without a bundle of fur and love running around the place. At first, Jared had tried to be sneaky about adopting a dog. He wanted to surprise Jessica for her birthday and thought that the best way to do that would be to get her a puppy. However, the woman was too excited and simply couldn't wait for her birthday to arrive. And so, she began to look online at the different shelters in the area to see what kind of dogs they had up for adoption. Only she never would have guessed what she'd find in her search. One night, as Jessica was looking through the different shelters near her home, she stumbled across one located in Los Angeles. Home. Knowing that if they didn't try though, then the dog would likely be put down, Jessica and Jared made up their minds and set off on their journey. But was the drive worth it? When the couple arrived at the shelter, they immediately asked to see Benji. They wanted to see what the dog was like for themselves and to assess whether his behavioral problems really were as bad as the staff at the center said. However, the staff shared a worried look when they heard which dog it was that the couple were interested in. They tried to persuade the couple not to get Benji and instead adopt a different dog. They thought that the little pup wasn't worth the trouble and didn't think that the couple should adopt him as he would just be too aggressive for them. The shelter also told us he wasn't friendly and refused to take us into a calm waiting area to get to know him because he wouldn't be a dog that would come over to us to be cuddly, Jessica said. We knew that he had a high possibility of being euthanized and didn't want him to die. However, Jessica and Jared were determined to give the little pup a second chance at life. They didn't care if he wasn't as cuddly or playful as some of the other dogs and puppies. The couple knew that Benji was the dog for them. Knowing that they were the canine's last chance of a new life, as he would likely be put to sleep otherwise, Jared and Jessica decided to adopt Benji then and there. But with the pup firmly a part of their family now, it didn't negate the fact that the couple now had a 6-hour journey back home to do with a scared dog in the back. The entire time that Benji was in the car, he was incredibly wary of his new parents, not to mention extremely confused about what was happening to him. It seemed that the dog hadn't been treated very kindly in his past life on the streets, and so he didn't know what to make of these new people who had adopted him. When the small family finally arrived home, Benji was still very scared. The little pup decided to keep his distance from his new parents for a little while to try and determine what they were like and whether they were going to hurt him. Jessica and Jared had thought that Benji might need a little bit of time to adjust to his new home, so the couple decided to take things nice and easy so as not to scare their new dog. As the days passed, Jessica and Jared began to notice slight changes in Benji. The pup was starting to venture out of his hiding places more and was exploring the house bit by bit. As well as that, he didn't seem to be as nervous around the couple as he had been when he had first arrived at the house. After a couple more days passed, though, something happened that shocked Jessica and Jared completely. He actually approached the couple while they were sitting on the sofa and jumped up for a cuddle. The little dog's tail was wagging so quickly that Jessica and Jared knew that he had finally figured out that he was safe in his new home. From that moment on, it was like Benji had become a new dog. No longer was he hiding and cowering in the house, and instead he was running and playing with his new owners. "He loves to come up and lick our faces and play with his toys," Jessica said. "He is such a goofball now. He has crazy zoomies after he gets bathed. He will also start barking the second we get in the car, as if to say, 'We have to start moving, let's go.'" After seeing the transformation that their little pup had undergone, the couple were so relieved to have actually adopted him. It seemed that all Benji needed was a safe, quiet place where he could be loved in order to come out of his shell. In a noisy, busy, and scary place, such as the shelter, with other dogs and people coming and going every day, it was no wonder that Benji became scared and acted out. Thanks to these two amazing people, this adorable little canine was given a second chance at life, and it was one he wasn't wasting if how much he loved a good cuddle was anything to go by. This story just goes to show that even the dogs who seem the most difficult deserve to have a second chance and to be loved. Who knows, they might just surprise you. Let me know what you thought of this story in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to get even more amazing videos.